The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. Here's Smith to return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Kirby Joseph there to make the play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And yes, that'll get it. 1st down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
On third down, Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in. Travis Kelce, touchdown Chiefs. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. No chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Third and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here. I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he didn't get it by a whole lot, but that's a really nice job up front, giving him just enough of a crease that he can push his way forward and pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Laporta in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. To the middle. He's got St. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. Gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's second and 8. To throw is Goff. The throw there on second down going to be incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
We're going to try to pick this up on third and 8. Come on! 180! Ric Flair. From the gun, it's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. Now Goff. That is incomplete. Well, they elected to throw on fourth and short
we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He was taken down.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man, left side. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
32-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8. Once again, it's Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down. On comes the Chiefs punter.
In punt formation.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Here's Goff. This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of his supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Yellow. Attack.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball to his hands, and he does the rest.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 12-yard line.
The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Talk things over before third down.
A loss of 1.
These are the
Brings up
impact
third
plays
and
that this
8.
linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Mahomes now out of the gun here on third down. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
A gain of 7 yards.
Here's the third and final
It's now
timeout for the
fourth down
Lions,
and 1.
as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Here's Mahomes to the goal line and in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Sit on it here in the end zone for a touchdown. Laporta in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. To throw is Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. Goff to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down. They'll look to throw again. That is pulled in at the 5. And he'll take it on in. Amon-Ra, safe round. Touchdown, Lions.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
35-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal.
Hey, Sunday.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. On first down, it's gone. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flat. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
Yellow. Attack.
First down throw, Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
We see this so often. They call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses, if we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete.
So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. First and 10. Here's Goff. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll be second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's going to be incomplete. Butler, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Yellow.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Malcolm Rodriguez in for the tackle.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 41-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
On the tackle. A loss of 1. It's now third down and 6.
On third down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And on third down, that ball's incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only one.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Brings up second down.
Look him up on a second down and 8. On play action, Goff. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And third down coming up.
Yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff.
Zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now, Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up third.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Third down and 3.
Hey, 43, 15.
Patrick to throw. Got him in. It's Kelce. Complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Play action here. Mahomes. Short one, caught by Kelce. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up second down at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 11. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They go play action with Mahomes. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
2 yards.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one caught at the floor, and he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone, and it pays off with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next.
And he's in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now. I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
First down, Detroit.
They'll look to throw yet again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. So they're going to have it here. Get it at their own 37-yard line.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for it.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Hand off to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone, I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. We're all set to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Goff to throw on first down. That's caught by Gibbs. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Along the sideline, Williams pulls it in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's a short one, caught by Laporta. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 2nd down, Goff. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end. And then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
Wait.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again here to Pacheco. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Taken down by Quincy Joseph. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Now Mahomes. Incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.